Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of Colourpop cosmetics. You guys know how much I love the brand, that it is honestly so easy to do a full face of their products. And while I was doing this video, I thought I would recreate the look that you guys have been requesting for when I posted it on my Instagram and when I asked you guys in my palette tag video. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video, and let's just go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Alright, jumping straight into the tutorial, let's start off with a primer. I'm going to be using the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer. I actually haven't used this in a very long time because I was breaking out a while back and a lot of you guys were asking me like maybe it could be the Pretty Fresh line that's breaking you out, because a lot of you guys said that the primer or the tinted moisturizer or the concealer was breaking you out. So I did take a break on the primer. I personally don't think the primer breaks me out, but I did just take a break from it. And honestly, primers I really don't use that often, but you can see I have used a lot of this one. Like, I'm almost finished. I guess I'm a little bit skeptical since a lot of you guys told me that it broke you out, and when it's in your head you just can't help but think that. So yeah, I just haven't used this in a while, so hopefully it won't break me out. I'm then going into the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturiser in the shade Medium 9W. I have been using this so much recently. Like, I've been loving this a lot. I like to use my fingers, and my fingers are clean by the way, and I'll just rub it into my skin just like I would with like a normal moisturizer. But I really do like this tinted moisturizer. I mean, I haven't used a lot of tinted moisturizers to compare, but I like it. I like how it evens out my skin tone. It doesn't make you look cakey at all, so I love that. And you guessed it, I'm going in with the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. I'm using the shade Light 50W. I'm just gonna apply this underneath my eyes and over my blemishes. I love this combination because your base is a light coverage, but then this concealer is more like a medium to full. I think the overall complexion it gives you is really beautiful. Doesn't look cakey because you are using less on your face. I'm gonna take my Colourpop sponge and blend that in. Usually I would use my JUDY sponge to blend in the concealer around my face, but I'm gonna challenge myself and try to use all Colourpop tools as well, since I do have like an entire brush set from them. So let's try that. Next, going in with the No Filter setting powder in the shade Translucent. I also haven't used this in a while as well. When I get stuck on one product, I just keep using it, especially when it comes to Complexion. I don't really switch it up too much, but I'm just gonna take my sponge and just take a little bit. We're gonna use this to set our face. I'm just gonna blend out the creases under my eyes first. And I really do like this powder. I think it makes your skin look very flawless. It like kind of smooths out your pores in a way. I'm going to use this to set my entire face because I don't have a pressed powder from Colourpop. I did run out of that and I haven't repurchased another one yet. With everything going on, it's hard to really purchase anything from Colourpop right now. I'm still waiting for my Making Marks palette that I ordered in like, I think March. It's been a really long time, but it's fine. So I'm just going to use that to set my entire face so everything will stay in place. Now I'm going to move on to my brows. I'm going to take the Brow Boss pencil in the shade Soft Black. Colourpop does have two different types of brow pencils. The original brow pencil, when you are applying it, it's going to be more pigmented, but the Brow Boss is a bit softer, and it's something that you can do more like feather-like hair strokes. I personally don't do that, but I mean, there is a difference between the two. And I just like to go underneath my eyebrows just to get the general map and shape. For me personally, I like to use brow powder to fill in my brows, and Colourpop has yet to release a brow powder. So I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow. I'm gonna mix a little bit of this shade here, Could Nutty from the Going Coconuts palette, and then a bit of Let's Do It from the Smoke Show palette. And the brush I'm using is not from Colourpop, but this is the brush that I use for my eyebrows always. I don't use any other brush. I've had this since high school. I don't even know where it's from. There's no name on it. Colourpop does have an angled brush, but it's very thin, and I personally would not use that for brow powder. So I zoomed you guys in, and now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm going to be recreating a look that I did a couple of weeks ago. It was the look that I wore in my, what is it? Eyeshadow palette tag, and I asked if you guys wanted to see it, and a lot of you guys said you did. So I wanted to recreate it since I did use a lot of Colourpop palettes to create that look. It's a pretty easy eye look. It's just a combination of different shades from multiple palettes. So the first shade that I'm going to go into is called Zoned Out. It's from the Lilac You A Lot palette. I'm going to use my Colourpop E15 brush. It's just like a nice large fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna apply that to the outer corners of my eyes. I'm only gonna focus it at that outer corner area. I'm not gonna focus it anywhere else besides this area, and I'm gonna use circular motions to get this diffused out and blend that up towards my brow bone. As for eyeshadow base, I did take a little bit of that concealer when I was blending it out onto my lids. I guess that is another product that Colourpop has not came out with yet, is an eyeshadow base, but I think concealer works perfectly fine. I'm gonna use the Colourpop E18 brush and take that onto my lower lash line, just at the outer corner here, connecting those shadows. And the next palette we're jumping into is the Blush Crush. I'm going to take this middle shade here called Made You Blush. It is the perfect pastel pink, and I'm going to go in with the Colourpop E16 brush, and I'm going to focus this at the center of my eyes, blending that in towards the lilac shadow. These two shades are going to blend so seamlessly into each other, like you don't really have to try. Just swipe left and right, and that will do the blending for you. And then I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop E21 brush, and I'm going to place this pink on my lower lash line at the center, pretty much just mimicking what we did. We're gonna go into the Mint 2B palette, and I'm gonna take this shade up in the corner. It's called Get Fresh. I'll be using the Colourpop E19 brush, and I'm gonna place this at the inner third and inner corners of my eyes, and just again blending that into the pink. Swiping left and right will help you get that gradation blend. I love the combination of these three colors. I think it's so fun. It's like a little gumdrop. I think it's so pretty. So to enhance the eyeshadows, I'm gonna go in with Mojito Mami, and I'm gonna place that right on top of that mint shadow. This is going to brighten up that mint shade and make it appear a lot brighter, just more visible when you place this metallic shadow on top. Going back into the Blush Crush, I'm taking this shade called Enamored, and I'm gonna use my Colourpop large shader brush and apply that on top of that pink to once again enhance that shade. Now I'm gonna go into the Whatever palette, and I'm gonna take this shade here called Miss Brightside, and I'm gonna use the Colourpop E6 brush, which is their angled brush, and I'm gonna use this to line my lash line and also create my wing. I didn't think using a black or brown liquid liner would suit this eye look, so using this like dark burgundy plum, I think it suits this eye look a little bit better. Also gonna take a little bit of that onto my lower lash line as well. I'm gonna go in with the Creme Gel Liner in the shade Best O to tightline my upper waterline. It matches pretty well with Miss Brightside. So that's pretty much it for the eyeshadow. I'm now gonna prep my lashes. For our false lashes today, I'm taking the faux lashes from Colourpop in the style Dolly. I didn't use these lashes in my original look, but these would look the closest to those lashes that I did wear. They're very long and very wispy, and it's pretty even all around. So I'm gonna go in with these. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my glue. And while the glue is getting dry, let's go ahead and curl our lashes. And for mascara, I'll be using the BFF Volumizing Mascara in the shade Black on Black. I don't use this one very often. I do use the brown one a lot. This one seems a little bit dried out, but for today's video, let's just do it. The lash glue is still drying, so please excuse that. I will fix it up a little bit later on, but in my original look, I did add these little tiny pearls on my lower lash line. So I have these like pearl stickers that I got from my craft store, and they already have like adhesive on the back of them, so it's really easy to just stick on. Now moving back on to the face. So in my original look, I didn't use a bronzer, so I'm just going to skip bronzer for today. I'm going to go straight into blush, and I'm going to be using the Bitti x Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Sugarcoated. I'm not too sure if her collection is still available with Colourpop. I wanted to use products that maybe you guys haven't really seen me talk about too much or seen multiple times on my channels, and just apply that to my cheeks. And I'm also going to bring that back as well where my bronzer usually would be. And from the same Bitti collection, I'm going to take the shade Glow Burst, and this is going to be our highlighter. This is a pretty glittery highlight. Typically, I would not use a glittery highlight, but I think for a look like this, it does pair very well. So I'm just going to use my sponge again and just dab that onto my cheekbones. And lastly, for my lip color, the shade I used was the lippie stick in the shade Casanova. It's in the creme finish. So what I've been doing with a lot of my lip products recently is blotting it out with my fingers. So I'll just apply a little bit. And then I'll take my ring finger and blot that out. So I know this video is just mainly focusing on a full face of Colourpop, but when I wore this look and I posted it on my Instagram, and when I wore it in my palette tag video, a lot of you guys asked for a makeup and hair tutorial. So I thought I would just quickly show you what I did to my hair. But it's honestly very simple. I did do like a full-on hair tutorial on how I curl my hair. Pretty much the same technique and everything like that. But I thought I would just quickly throw it in here. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Alright you guys, so this is the completed full face of Colourpop Cosmetics. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and also enjoyed this look. If you guys did, be sure to give the video a thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it so much if you did. It does help me out a lot if you do give it a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm apparently, so give it a thumbs up. But it was really fun for me to refilm this makeup look because I loved it so much. I just think it's so spring appropriate, even though it's like winter in New Zealand. I just think it's so fun, it's so bright, it's girly, and the color combination is so pretty. So if there's any other pastel color combinations you want me to do, let me know down below in the comments. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!